All right, we are good to go. Um, we are here talking about Trump's presidency and why he is getting walked on right now. So, as we are observing, the legacy media has been saying that Pelosi won. She is the great savior that we should all worship and all this. And why many are wrong and why many are right. Now, what the hell is that on my wall? Oh, it's part of a ceiling. Now I'm looking at this thing right here at the very top. Anyway, uh, so Trump cornered himself like always. They call it the art of the cave, or the great cave that he ran into. This is just so early for a video, but I just had to do this because it was one of those things that I wanted to do last night. So we saw Trump do many things, and many things he has failed in as president because he's not leading, and then so he tried to do something with executive order, and by the next president he'll be able to undo that. While we see these things unfold, because he has no leadership skills, he has negotiating skills, but that's not everything in that. Everything can be rewritten, and anything can be rewritten. See, there's rewritten, rewrote. You know what I mean? Rewritten is when you yourself are paraphrasing based on what you read. Rewrote is in the past, based on things in the past. Now, we will go to this article, link in the description. Go ahead and so you guys can either read on or whatever. But we don't need it, right? I mean, it's self-explanatory. Trump thought this shutdown was going to be all about him and the wall, but yet he didn't see these 800 workers struggling, those American workers who are taxpayers, who are our American friends, family, possibly enemies, but they are a part of our economy. They are American, right? So we as Americans should defend our own against foreign and domestic, even if it's a president, because anybody can take off as being a president's bastard, you know. And we as Americans must stand together, even if we are enemies. See, it's amazing how you see people go to a protest and they're all against each other because of Trump. But if you find common ground, like let's say I support marijuana legalization, if they do, we get together, we smoke one, and then we become stronger. That's what Americans do. That's why we got the right to protest. That's why we got this, you know, our own state flag. But we as Americans together we'll go through a struggle. We will recover through that struggle and come out stronger, like we always have. Now, I don't believe that if you work for the government at any point that it gets shut down, you shouldn't get paid, because those bastards are getting paid. They have a salary. That's why they don't care about whether who's getting paid or not. They're getting their checks, we're not. In essence, this is part of that contract that they signed. Before you work for the government entity, you are property of the United States, of the actual government. So whether you believe it or not, whether you get paid or not, that's part of that deal, which we as Americans don't agree with. Unlike when you join the army, there's paperwork involved. You give away your rights to the government. You are property of the U.S. government. You swear an oath, just like a cop. He puts his paperwork. His job is a description of something dangerous that at any moment it could be life-threatening, and that paperwork that you signed away that right to for it not to be as signing the waiver of death, as you would say. So while I say a military member, right? They come, people worship him. I've been in ROTC, so I know what I'm talking about. I know about the discipline, the principles, and all that. And I've also seen the bad and ugly when I've been to boot camp, summer camp, and all that. Not everybody does their time diligently. Some people go out there to kill just because they have it for fun, sport, and they get paid. And some of them just do it just because they already have money. They just want to go out there and kill, and they come back. Some of them don't do that for the right reasons. But there's good apples and there's bad apples, right? They come back with mental disorders. It's like they're animals or whatever. And in essence of that, they're getting paid, right? At any moment, anything can change because of that. Part of that contract deal is that and nothing in that contract is everlasting. It can change at any moment, which is weird, which is another thing we're going to come up. Business dealings that have something like that, you wouldn't want to be able to make deals with that. One of my other videos talked about this. You wouldn't want to make a deal with somebody's contract that's ever changing, because if that contract is ever changing, they could change principles, they could change variables inside the contract, making your dealings worthless because you're keeping your word and they're not keeping their end of the deal. They're changing the terms of the agreement. Another reason why you would want to make business with somebody like that. Now, Pelosi, which I do believe a woman who has given life, who has been a mother, is a dangerous woman. So Trump doesn't know what kind of viper he's dealing with. And Trump is surrounded by many. Let's not forget Maxine Waters. Let's not forget who they call the Socialist Democrat. But we voted her in as Americans, right? So every attack they give upon her is all those voters who voted on her. So Trump is attacking us, the voters, on that. The Socialist Democrats are brushing everything off, like they're looking at Trump like, is that all you can do? I mean, you've been talking shit all year, last year since you got elected. Is that all you can do? Like, we're used to this. We're oblivious. Say something now. But generally, people aren't seeing it like that. How the voters are the ones who elected them, the representatives, and yet the comments are striking the actual voters. But people don't see it like that. They're oblivious. Now, some indirectly voted for that candidate. Indirectly, as I mean, a Republican didn't vote for her, but yet that representative is still representing that Republican in that district, even if it's a Democratic nominee, because that's how what Americans do. Am I correct? Here in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott represents me. as a nobody. I wouldn't classify myself as a Democrat or Republican because my views are a mix of both. Like, I believe in freedom to own guns, right? I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in doing whatever you want, you know. But some people say I'll be so radical, this and that, and that I support like no background checks. No, like common sense, something that we figure out as common sense. I'm gonna figure out something with you, figure out what our common sense is, be together, and then let go of that past. Like, let's say it's not one of our things that we have in difference, right? So I wouldn't classify myself as anybody like that. I'm a human being, and nobody should be characterized as a Democrat, Republican in nature, nothing like that. Because this isn't a segregating kind of thing. We are Americans, and under that name statute, we support each other, even if you don't belong in this country. As in, if you are an illegal, because George Washington himself was an illegal. But if you support him, you can't say come over here saying that it's your land or it's nobody's land, because whoever laid a claim on it has already had the rights. Who has the rights to it? The Native Americans. Those are the people who were here first. And right there, we'll stop it there. So Nancy Pelosi tells Trump, you can't give the State of the Union on a shutdown. Am I correct? And Trump backlogs and moves his chess piece to another place, opening the shutdown. So in order so he can be able to do this State of the Union on time. It is the 29th of January, and no State of the Union has been given due to the fact that Pelosi has shut it down. Move, bitch, get out the way. Right? Let me go ahead and put this on, cause so she did. She said, "No, you're not gonna give shit because the government is shut down. What kind of asshole you look like saying there's a good State of the Union and we're in a shutdown? Open your eyes. Don't be a little a-hole and don't put yourself out there like that. Not today." She said that, and Trump was like, "Hold up, what? You're gonna do me like that, man? You ain't going nowhere. You're not going to Afghanistan. You ain't going to Davos. If you want to go, you better take a commercial and you better pay it on your own. How about that?" So Pelosi was like, "No, we are. You're not gonna give the State of the Union anymore for real this time. We're gonna cancel it." And Trump was like, "No, I'm gonna give it no matter what. I don't care." Pelosi was like, "We're not ready for it. It's a shutdown, this and that. You ain't giving a shit. You ain't gonna say shit. I'm not gonna have this floor ready because it is my floor and my floor alone, because it's a Democratic controlled house now." And then Trump was like, "Well, let's think about this. Well, in order for me to counteract, let's open the government." And so he did exactly what Pelosi has been trying to do from the beginning, to open the government. So now that it's open, Pelosi 1, Trump 0. And so now that things are cooled off a little bit, a little bit of water, and coolants. We are seeing a government that's open, running efficiently, but we still haven't seen that bubble burst yet. If you look at the stock market right now at this moment that you're looking at this video, it's down because of that. And you're going to see it a few more days. You're not going to see stocks going up or down because it's turbulent. There's corrections right now. So we see Pelosi asking him to deliver the State of the Union. Pelosi, as a strong woman, acting like she's the president, and she herself should act like it, right? She's not gonna be able to fool them doing this and that. She has experience in politics. Trump doesn't. That's where Pelosi will overtake him and swallow him like a snake. You know, let's say this is a ball, and you know, you're not giving State of the Union, you're not giving you're not giving the wall. Swallowing him all the way until he dies. That's how natural selection works, ladies and gentlemen. But in essence to that, Trump will eventually turn us into a Democrat because of it. If he wants to work to getting a wall or anything like that in the border, he has to turn into a Democrat, like what I've been telling you. And that is one of his best moves, if you would say, because the Republicans, they only follow him because he's a Republican. Democrats will follow him if he's a Democrat and he gives them the incentives that they want. It's like a cat and mouse. So there's somebody who says, "Oh, the Trump is gonna have him walking like headless chickens and this and that." No, Trump is an undercover Democrat. He already took some of your gun rights with the help of the NRA, and the ATF was like, "Score, we get to ban bump stocks. What's up?" He's a populist. I'm sorry to tell you, that's how it is. Will we see Trump not transform but metamorph into a Democrat? 75% likely. Will we see it in this time? No. But through time you will see it, right? He said he affirms himself to the abortion anti-movement, this and that, but yet you see him funding. We saw him open the government, and then there's funding for Planned Parenthood. What the fuck is that? You know, I thought you stood for life and stuff. You know, like you're an undercover Democrat. You know, it gives to show those Republicans who are gonna be on suicide watch. They're gonna be getting this pencil like John Wick and or whatever. And you know, it's one of those things where it saddens me that they didn't see this coming. But instant tear. And Pelosi is walking him like a dog. Come over here, Trump. Come on. I got a bone for you. Do this and this. And Trump is like a dog, just following her, trying to please her and stuff, you know? So Pelosi is acting like the president, going out of the country, doing presidential duties to keeping relations together from Mexico, from South America, other places like Afghanistan, other countries like France, which she is more likable than Trump. With her, they talk shit about her, she will unleash a shithole on that country. She will make that into a shithole. She's worse than Hillary. But I mean, Democratic bombs have been flying off as long as Obama wasn't president. And you don't think she will let them go? wrong. Did you think Donald Trump would let him go? Only when he threw away, when people were getting over there in Syria, they were getting gassed, and the Tomahawk missiles, this and that, and MOB, the mother of all bombs were dropped and shit like that. Trump, that versus Trump hasn't done anything. Wait until it's a Democrat again. Democrats running the government, man. You're gonna see this flying off. There's gonna be war. People who are war ready gonna be like, hell yeah. This country is gonna be flying with money. Pelosi is walking him like a dog. He's their bitch. Trump is their bitch right now. While we might see another government shutdown, Pelosi already knows he's gonna reopen it again because that's the way he did it the first time. He's gonna do it again. An owner knows his dog from ownership and habits, or not. And so therefore, she's telling him what to do already in the public, telling him, look, Republicans, I got him on the leash, on the loose, and if he misbehaves, we'll neuter him. We'll neuter him and Melania. How about that? Oh, and Ben Carson, because he be saying the stupidest shit. The Housing and Urban Development, whatever, secretary bullshit out there. Him. I don't even believe. He's just a mouthpiece. People like that. Somebody from Texas would say how it is, but nobody else will. Anyways. So we see her walking like a dog, walking him like a dog, like he's their bitch, and he is. You're looking at this Trump, you are walking like a bitch, and you should beware of what the lady can do, because what you're seeing her do now, as a real leader, me as president, knowing what leadership skills she has. With her doing less and less, and people calling her a libtard, this and that, and yet you see her handling your president, your elected official like that, you might think twice about calling her something like that. Something so petty as a sexism comment. No, it's not supposed to be right. But will Trump get the wall? Hell no. As long as Democrats are in office, hell to no, there's not gonna be no wall, and Mexico ain't gonna pay nothing, and then that tariff power is gonna go down. Democrats are gonna take it away. We're gonna go back to NAFTA because the UCMCA or whatever they want to fucking call it, Trump NAFTA has to get approved by Congress. NAFTA did, and I say we keep NAFTA because the jobs we have back then we will be able to keep. As long as there's a new updated, people are going to lose jobs here and they're going to go to Mexico and Canada. How do I know this? Is because I've known the stories. People that are from Canada are losing their jobs to people from Mexico. Mexico to the United States is just strong. There are industries and countries, intellectual properties that had already belonged there. And grassroots, and then through the NAFTA agreement, they went somewhere else, but we adapted, we made our own, we made different companies, right? Tobacco companies and this and that. Now, one of the things is medicines. They got lowered, gas prices lowered, this and that, they started making our own. But that's because we have ingenuity. When they say Trump or the president made a certain amount of jobs and jobs report, I disagree. Presidents do not make jobs. Business owners, small business owners, corporations make jobs, not presidents. Presidents only gather and lead, and sometimes embarrass us. It's a strong embarrassment that we're living through right now. We are the strongest country. Can't believe we have $920 billion in the military industrial complex, and only like what, less than 10% for education. What the fuck? It's wrong. How are we gonna develop more missiles and stuff like that? We need to educate kids. You know, we need to educate them to lead, not you know, to in STEM research and all that. You know. Now the next video is gonna be about AI and the dangers of it, because I've seen some videos and man, we are in for a surprise when in 4 years from now there's gonna be robots replacing our jobs and stuff like that. But they're not gonna be able to do it efficiently or be able to multitask like we do, or do it in the way that we believe as humans to be right. Anyways, so this is video. You disagree, give me thumbs up. You don't agree, give me thumbs down. Like and subscribe. Put it on Reddit. Save it on your videos. If it gets taken down, bug it. Let it get taken down. But as long as I live, this information is gonna be out there because I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna repeat it, retweak it, and hopefully it gets them pissed off more. Anyways, you guys have a great night. Great morning for those of you who are waking up. Those of you who eating donuts, make sure you work out those carbs. Good carbs are good carbs, bad carbs are bad carbs. Drink water and stay healthy, my friends.